What's up, guys? Welcome back to Respect the North, episode 10. It's our last episode of season 1. So crazy. I'm Natalie.
And I am Chanelle.
Well, how are you doing?
I'm doing excelente.
Good, good. Me too. Agree.
It's episode freaking 10, yo. Like, what the fuck? Like,
It's been a crazy ride.
yeah, it's been pretty crazy. I've learned a lot.
So, to start off the episode, we are going to break the ice so you get to know us a little bit more.
And then we're gonna go right into our first topic, which is where were you when ...
And I'm going to go into 5 things that didn't exist 10 years ago.
And last but not least, we are going to do TWIT. So stay tuned for that.
You ready?
I am super ready. Are you ready to break the ice?
Last time.
Okay, one last time, one last question. Would you rather continue with your life or restart it?
I would definitely continue it. I would continue it because I think I've learned a lot of the lessons in my life from the experience that I've gone through. And plus, like, we're 90s babies. We went through all the, like, I wouldn't want to restart it now because you wouldn't have, like, played in the dirt or, like,
Played in the dirt.
not known what life without the internet is like, you know, playing outside. And
I would continue my life too.
Yeah.
And like, what if you restarted and you have to like get new family?
yeah,
And I don't want to
family.
I don't want to do that. Or like, what if you restart it and like your death is sooner? Like,
Yeah,
you know,
that's a
things like
possibility.
so many things could change if you restart it.
And you
so,
wouldn't have like the old photo albums because people don't print pictures anymore.
like, just because you restart it doesn't mean it will be exactly the same way.
Yeah.
And if it was, then there would be no point of restarting it.
And like, what if you
So.
restart it and you're like in a different part of the world? Right? Like,
that'd be kind of dope though.
It could be like a third world country though that you just like reappear in.
And a different decade.
Yeah.
Different time. So yeah, I'm continuing with my life.
I'm good with staying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So in honor of our 10th episode, we are talking about 10 things that happened during our lifetime. So where were you when ... So let's start
All right, let's
with
go.
the most
obvious.
Yeah.
Elephant in the room. Hello. Hello.
Right?
La 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 la. And we brought a coactus.
What kind of plant is that?
It's a plant for kawaii. It's a kawaii plant.
It's a kawaii plant. It's a
Kawaii cactus.
Have a good night, man.
Cactus.
Galactus. I like it. Collect it.
Oh, where were you when the Raps won the NBA championship this past week or last week?
I was at Yonge and Eglinton, which is not really downtown Toronto, but like
the start.
midtown. And even though we weren't super central, it was madness.
Oh, really?
Yeah, people were like jumping on cars, and there was cars still trying to drive down the street, and they couldn't really get anywhere, but they were like
Oh, really?
honking,
At Yonge
and there was
and
like, yeah,
Shit.
yeah.
I was at Yorkdale. I was at Pickle Barrel with one of my good friends. Hey, Brittany. Thanks for watching. And we were at Pickle Barrel, and I've never seen Pickle Barrel that packed. Like, that's her and I. That's our spot. We go there every time she's in town. And it was packed. Like, we couldn't even get at the bar. And when the Raps won, everybody in the restaurant's like, let's go downtown. And we all went downtown.
By TTC.
Yeah, that was crazy.
There was some crazy stuff happening on the TTC.
Yeah, Oh Canada. It was exciting.
No, there's guys like pouring liquor on the like ground, and then they were doing like a slip and slide.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Anyway,
That's
it's a huge
Those are
accomplishment
some
for
Trick
us.
Daddy days. All right, so where were you during the Y2K era?
I was 12 years old. And people were freaking out because they thought the world was going to end.
Mm-hmm.
You know, computers were going to just like shut down.
Yeah.
And everybody was like stockpiling water and like canned food. And yeah, just getting ready for like the apocalypse.
I remember when that happened, and yeah, my mom was stocking up on water, everything. I felt like we were going to Jamaica again because of so much stuff. We had so many things. Like we were packing a barrel to go back home. Like, and then when January 1st, 2000 came, nothing happened.
You open your eyes and you're like, oh.
Yeah, that was like
I feel dumb.
Where were you when Michael Jackson died?
I was in college. My friend at the time, my really, really good friend, Kayla, she was a huge Michael Jackson fan. And I mean, I'm a Michael Jackson fan, but she was like huge. And I just remember hearing it on the news and we were like really upset and it was crazy and sad. And
yeah, it was pretty sad. It was my prom day.
Oh,
I remember that. It was
oh my
prom.
God, what a downer.
Yeah, and my boyfriend at the time, huge Michael Jackson fan, so he was like down.
You should have wore like a little glittery glove.
I was already like on the way to prom and they're like, Michael Jackson's dead. And so, yeah.
Oh God.
That was quite.
What a way to ruin the night.
Tell me about your experience watching the movie Get Out. Like, where'd you go? Who were you with?
I am a white girl.
Wow.
I am in an interracial relationship. And that dude would not drink tea in my presence for like 6 months after that movie. And we watched it in the spring, and my cottage is a really fun place. We have like a jet ski, and there's a lake, and he would not come with me.
Funny.
And I was like, okay, fine, you're lost. But like, it was really upsetting. I was like, I'm not gonna kill you.
No, that is so. That's hilarious. I don't have anything comparable to that. I just went to the movies with the guy I was dating at the time, and
Was he white?
no, he was black, and that's pretty much it. We're in the front row, so it was pretty like shitty. We're like this, but that story's hilarious.
I was like, but tea is so delicious.
So where were you during 9/11?
I was in grade 8. I was sitting in class, and I remember being right by the windows. And I think we were watching movies that day, or maybe the teacher like heard something crazy was going on, and they rolled the TV into the classroom. But we were watching the news report on the TV,
Yeah.
and then I remember learning that my now sister-in-law, her dad was like supposed to be really close to there, and I was freaking out because. And she was obviously freaking out because she thought that, you know, something had happened.
Yeah.
But luckily for him, he was okay.
Yeah.
It was just crazy though. Like that was probably the biggest moment of
That was
my
pretty
life.
scary. I was in grade 5. I remember this.
Oh my God, I'm so much older.
It sounds like that when you like put it like that, but like yeah, I was in grade 5. And I was freaking out because my dad was freaking out because my sister lived in New York at the time, and apparently she had to like walk through the Twin Towers every day to get to her workplace. So I know my dad was like, oh my God, is she okay? Because she was living in New York. So I remember being like, oh no, but of course she's okay.
Do you think it's a conspiracy?
Yes, but we will get into that next season.
Watch those documentaries.
Open late every night. Well, the perfect video store
Welcome to Blockbuster Video.
is popping up all over the country. There's one near you.
Like, okay, for those of you that didn't live in that era,
Sorry.
you would go to a store, like a brick and mortar store, not an online store, and you would walk in and there would be all the empty casings of the movies for the VHS, which is a cassette that you put in a VCR.
Such a jerk.
And you know, sometimes you'd have to like blow on them to get the dust out. But anyway, so you would look to see if the movie was in stock, because they would only have 2 in stock of like each movie. And if they didn't have it, you were shit out of luck and you had to find another one.
Yo, Blockbuster was my shit. Like me, my dad, my brothers, my sisters, we'd always go there. We'd always be embarrassed because my dad would walk in there with no shoes on at Jane and Finch. It was so friggin' embarrassing.
That's
like,
weird.
He literally would walk in, come on, pick a movie, and have no shoes on. And we're like, oh my God, this guy is so embarrassing. So one time we stole the car and we went there by ourselves. And then he found out that we stole the car. That was a long story.
That's safe.
But yeah, Blockbuster always reminds me of like my family.
Yeah, Friday nights, Saturday nights. nights.
Yeah.
And you always had to be kind and rewind.
Yes. Oh, God. Oh, be kind and rewind. All right. Along the lines of Blockbuster, do you remember Napster and like LimeWire and all that stuff?
For the very first time, there is an easy-to-use tool available to the masses that lets you download all of the music in all of the lands, and for free. Oh my God, that's crazy.
I used the Pirate Bay. But
I've never heard
basically,
of this.
It's just to like torrents. It's like the newer version. But I saw a meme that was like talking about how Napster, back in the day, for our generation, in order to download a song, was basically like giving your computer HIV. Just all the viruses.
Yeah, that's so true. And my mom's like, why do we always have to clean the computer, Chanelle? And I'm like, oh, I gotta get the next Lil Wayne song. Like, yeah.
You're like, but Joe put it in.
Yeah. Actually, I own all the albums, but I was stealing Lil Wayne's music.
It was a thing of the time.
Yeah.
It was a thing of the time.
Okay, MSN. You remember when MSN you could put the songs in your you could play songs in your like your name titles and you can change the color. Yeah, like you could play.
Oh, I did not have that version.
Okay, you know you can play the song and someone can see what song you're listening to. You didn't have that?
I had the Scarborough version.
Oh my God, and so when the guy, you had the Scarborough version. When the guy would like do something that day at school, like my boyfriend, I'm like, yo, let me play this sad song so he knows like I'm mad at him.
When you would sign out and sign back in, and sign out and sign back in, and sign out and sign back in, just to get their attention.
Yes, and then you have your nickname.
Pop up.
My nickname, which kind of goes along to the next thing I'm gonna ask you about T.Wire, but my nickname was Giggles. Giggles 405. Hey.
Oh, I definitely don't remember mine.
And because obviously I'm always laughing, but yeah, like T.Wire, MSN, Asian Avenue. Funny story about that.
The social media before like Instagram and Snapchat, even Facebook.
Yeah.
So, you know, there was like Black Planet, and then there was
Asian Avenue.
Okay, in my
Tell your
defense,
story.
I went to elementary school. It was a Catholic elementary school in Scarborough. Shout out St. Rosalima. And all of my friends were Filipino, okay? I was the only white girl in my grade. There was a couple white guys, but I was the only white girl. And I was down with the flips, okay? They all had Asian Avenue, and
You got
I
it too?
didn't want to be left out.
So she got Asian Avenue.
So this white girl had Asian Avenue.
Not your girl on Asian Avenue. That's pretty dope.
What did you have? Just Black
I
Planet?
had Black
or-
Planet. I had T.Wire. I love T.Wire. Like that was a Toronto version of Black Planet.
And there was, of course, MySpace.
Yeah, it was never really a MySpace. I did have a High Five at one
I
time.
don't even know what high
Yeah,
five
it
is.
was like a bootleg MySpace.
Yeah, but MySpace was cool because you could do like coding and like make your like wall static and
that
have
was
all
like
these like.
that was like T.Wire too. It really taught you how to be like a graphic designer. at
Yeah,
your
it was
age.
sick.
See, we had real shit. Like I don't know what these kids have now, but we had real shit teaching us to be entrepreneurs.
Everything like on Facebook is just like a template. It's just like
already,
plug,
yeah, already given to
plug.
you.
Like you don't have to do any work.
Means something to children. They can relate to this historically, more so probably than many other presidential inaugurations.
Where were you when the first black president was announced? Obama.
Barack Obama. I think I was at home watching the elections, but I thought it was amazing.
Yeah.
Like he was probably my favorite U.S. president ever.
Yeah, I think I was at home too. Was it 2008? I think it was 2008.
Yeah.
I was at home. I remember I had a t-shirt on. My mom was really happy. And yeah.
Was it like a Barack t-shirt?
It was a Barack t-shirt.
Oh.
Yeah, I was like a t-shirt on. Yes,
Yes, we
I
can.
had clothes on. Yes. I had
Chanelle was at home like waving the titties around.
I had a Barack t-shirt on, an orange Barack t-shirt. I remember getting it from New York. It was like a big deal because nobody had it like at my school, so it was a big deal. But what about Meghan?
Meghan Markle,
Yeah.
the first black royal family
the royal
member.
family, yeah.
Yeah, no, I watched the wedding.
Yes.
I stayed up all night, and I made a little high tea because it coincided with my mom's birthday.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like
cute.
on my mom's birthday, so I made like little fascinators and.
That's cute.
Yeah, it was fun.
I think I was at home too, and I recorded the wedding for me and my mom as well.
She's so beautiful.
She is. I
Make
like
more babies.
Okay, last one. Chris Brown and Rihanna when that whole domestic situation. Yeah.
That was pretty scary, and it changed my opinion of Chris Brown forever.
Really, forever.
I have no respect for him.
Forever?
No, you know what? His music is like catchy and boppy, but like
forever?
It's something that you just should never hit a woman.
Oh, I agree 100%.
Never.
Yeah.
And whatever the circumstance was is regardless. It doesn't matter.
I feel like in terms of, I feel like he's, I don't want to say paid his dues, but like we all kicked him down to the pits of hell and whatever and stomped on his face. I feel like
nobody stomped on his face.
I feel
the
like
way that he stomped on Rihanna's face.
Oh, okay. I probably should never use that analogy. Sorry. But I feel like, you know, people can change. Some people, not all. And I feel like people should give him a chance. I do think he's quite arrogant, but I mean,
yeah, I mean, like, he's
change.
still living his life, and he's a free man, and like, good for you, doing your thing.
But we weren't messing with
I
you
just
when
have a
that
different
happened.
opinion.
Yeah, when that happened. And he was young. He's a grown man.
And plus, Rihanna now is doing way better without him.
And it's weird to think they even dated.
That's the glow up.
That's the real
the glow up.
Yeah. Shout out to you, Riri.
Keep shining with your Fenty.
I need the new album now. All right, so there we go. Those are our top 10 moments during our lifetime. Well, maybe not top, but some of the 10 moments in our lifetime. Let us know what you think. What 10 moments do you remember? It might be different from ours. So comment, like, share, let us know.
All right, guys, so for this segment, we're going to talk about 5 things that didn't exist 10 years ago, which hopefully you were alive at that point. So, okay, the first thing is Uber and ride-sharing services.
Ooh, I need that because I don't drive. I don't have a license, and I don't plan on doing that anytime soon.
I think it really revolutionized transportation because with taxis, you always had to have like your debit card or cash, and you know, you had to like, they would like park, and then you'd have to pay them, and it would just take more time.
Yeah. They take the longer routes. Uber, it's already pre-planned. You already know how much you're paying. You pay it before you even get in.
Yeah.
Like, it's a lifesaver.
And a lot of taxi drivers too, they won't pick you up if the distance isn't far enough for them to like deem worthy.
Yeah, profitable.
Yeah.
They gain some like,
So, next thing is DNA tests being sold and as like a retail thing for that you can like do your DNA and like find out.
Yeah. Okay. I was like, girl, have you watched Maury?
No. You are the father.
So
have you ever done one?
No, hell no. Why I gotta do no DNA test?
You know those like ancestors? No, not
I ain't got no baby.
No, not Maury DNA test.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know, like 23andMe or like Ancestry.
My sister has, and we're from like places in Africa, like West Africa.
That's cool.
Yeah, and like West Africa, and but I already knew my grandmother is Honduran, has Honduran in her family, so I already knew that.
Okay, so you're also like South American.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well, yeah, it's like Caribbean. Honduras is in the Caribbean. It is.
Okay.
It is. It is.
I bought a 23andMe for my mom, and I thought she was really gonna appreciate it, but then she actually found out all the diseases that she's susceptible to, and
that's
it was not a good. Yeah, they can tell you like, based on your genetics, what you're more likely to like.
Oh shit. Yeah.
So that was kind of a backfire on that gift. But
that's interesting.
They've caught serial killers using these now. Yeah. So it's pretty neat.
So it's helping.
It's serial killers. All the police officers are like storing them in their database. So
don't fucking do it. This is exactly
don't do it if you're doing illegal things. That's for sure.
Exactly why I won't do. Well, not that reason.
Bait yourself out. The iPad was only released 8 years ago.
Really?
Yeah.
iPad? I'm not really big with the iPad.
I feel like it's just a big iPhone.
It is. I rather have something small and compact. So.
You can't put like an iPad in your pocket.
No, you can't. But it's great for flights.
Instagram first went live in 2010 and has become one of the most popular social media apps today. So Instagram. 9 years of the gram.
I remember when it came out. It used to look like shit. The app, like
the little like TV screen, the brown frame.
And I had it on my iPod at the time because I had an iPod and I think I had another phone. I didn't have an actual iPhone at the time. So
Are you
it's
a
like,
drug dealer?
No, but like at the
Two
time
phones?
it didn't have like the iPhone. I couldn't afford the iPhone at the time, so I had an iPod to listen to music, and then another phone, like you know, like a Razor flip phone or whatever.
Yeah, I had the Crazer.
Yeah.
The skinny one. No, but those were the best phones because you could be such a little bitch. You'd be like, I don't want to talk to you anymore. Clip.
Yeah. Clip.
Done.
Yeah, I miss flip phones. Bring back T-Mobile Sidekicks. I want those.
Oh, the one that Nelly used. That he was
He's
texting
using the
Kelly
Excel
Rowland and he was using
on the Excel
Excel
spreadsheet. Aren't you able to? Yeah, pretty funny. Yeah.
Yes, so the gram has been out for 9 years.
How did we get from that? Yeah, Instagram. No,
It's still hot though.
It is. Like I feel like it's hotter than it was back then. Like it's the most, I would say, most used app.
Yeah.
Along with YouTube. Check us out on YouTube.
Yeah. And Instagram. Hello.
And Instagram. But yeah, those are the most predominant apps like used.
I think if I had to delete most of the apps on my phone, Instagram is one of the ones that I absolutely could not.
Really? I've deleted Instagram so many times.
For how long?
I went 6 months without it.
Oh, okay.
But I was looking on the internet.
Oh yeah, because you can go to www.instagram.com. Okay, Kawhi. Quiet down there. Okay, and the last thing is like smart home devices, like you know the Alexa or the Google Home, or like
TV.
even like the Roomba.
What's that?
Okay, the Roomba will revolutionize your life. We have like a knockoff and it's called a D-Bot, but because I'm from Toronto and I'm a Raptors fan, I call it Debo. You know my heart, he's in my heart. You're always around Debo, okay? And it's round, like a basketball. Anyway, so
Debo, I'm thinking of Friday, the movie.
No, I'm thinking of like DeRozan, Debo.
I didn't know. I was like, oh, the movie Friday with Ice Cube and Chris Tucker.
No.
Sorry.
Anyway, it's this round vacuum that has like sensors and like little feelers.
that little thing.
And it just kind of like goes around and like bumps into walls and then it'll turn.
Oh, I didn't know it was called, what's it called?
Well, there's like a Roomba is like the original. Or a D-Bot.
Yeah.
But yeah, those things are great because you can program them to start up at the same time every day, and they'll just go around your house and kind of like keep it
So
clean.
it's only been around since when?
I don't know. Within the last 10 years.
Really? I thought I saw it before then, but probably not.
But like even Google Home, like it's
yeah.
so nice to be in your home and just be like, hey Google, or like Alexa.
I've never used that. I only have like Apple TV.
You ever use Siri on your phone?
Not really.
Oh.
I don't really talk to her.
She's living that lonely life. Anyway, so let us know like what inventions have you seen in your lifetime that didn't exist? Like what big things came out in the last 10 years for you? Like
during your
did we
lifetime.
miss something important?
Or maybe there's stuff for people that when they're older than us. And
Like not our parents, maybe our grandparents, they experienced the first airplane. So just to put it into perspective how lucky we are in our lives. Alright guys, this week in TWIT we have a lot going on. We just celebrated National Indigenous Peoples Day. It's Pride Month, so congratulations, get out there, celebrate, enjoy the weather, go to the parade, or you went to the parade, Dyke March, parties, all that stuff's happening. And then we have the long weekend coming up.
Yeah.
It's Canada Day weekend. Get out there, see some fireworks. And we also have the beginning of the Traveling Rib Fest starting in Centennial Park for all you meat eaters. It's a fun one.
Yes.
Get some cornbread.
No pork on my fork.
Yeah. I would like a beef rib,
Yes,
please.
I like beef ribs. Those are cool. But the
sauces.
cornbread and the mac and cheese. Where do we begin? I'm so excited. It's sad. It's bittersweet. It's our last episode. Thank you guys so much for joining us.
All of season 1.
All of it. All 10 episodes. Seeing the evolution of Natalie and Chanelle. I don't know. It's kind of sad.
Aww.
I'm gonna cry.
We'll be alright though.
Turn on the tears.
Thank you for rocking with us the whole way. you know, keep in touch with us.
Give us your feedback. We love the feedback.
Tell your friends about us.
Yes,
Stay
like,
tuned.
share.
Subscribe.
Yes.
Comment. Tell your mother. Hide your wife. Hide your son.
The whole 9 yards.
Hide them in a room
Yeah.
with Respect the North on.
Go Raptors, go, even though you goated.
Binge watch us all through the summer.
Yes, exactly.
Netflix and chill.
Yes, some pointers right
But
there.
don't chill too much because then you'll miss all of the details of the episode. So,
So YouTube and chill.
and stay tuned for season 2.
Season 2, see you soon. Peace.